There was a story going around that just like that, very quietly, the United Kingdom government went and discreetly amended, modified the recommendation for the Fauci juice and the Fauci juice booster to pregnant and breastfeeding women. You know, and I'll show it to you because you need to understand the adverse argument, not only even when you don't want to, but especially when you don't want to. You need to know what people are saying, even if it upsets you, or even if you just don't want to hear it, because that's how it works. So this is the story. Let me see here. So this was my tweet. At the risk of asking the obvious question, how the heck did it get approved, the Fauci juice, for recommendation in the first place, if nearly 2 years in, they are now determining an absence of data at the present time for pregnant and breastfeeding women? Now, it's off of this website. I show you my work, people, so that if I screw up, people can correct me. But screwing up is not the problem. Trying to conceal that you screwed up, not correcting when you screwed up, or letting the screw up just stay in the ether is the problem. So we're looking at the same thing here. Yes, we are. Summary of the public assessment report for COVID-19 vaccine, BioNTech. This is where the confusion comes in. Updated August 16, 2022. This is cold brew. I like cold brew now. So it was updated August 16, 2022. And this, for the most part, is going to be the first time that a lot of people are seeing it, myself included. So we say updated, August, updated this month. And I'm reading this, YouTube overlords, I'm just reading from the Government of UK website. Toxicity conclusions. I'll do it in my British golfing voice. The absence of reproductive toxicity data is a reflection of the speed of development to first identify and select COVID-19 mRNA vaccine BNT160, whatever the heck, for clinical testing and its rapid development to meet the ongoing urgent health need. In principle, a decision on licensing a vaccine could be taken in these circumstances without data from reproductive toxicity studies. Animals? That doesn't make sense. But there are studies ongoing, and these will be provided when available. In the context of supply under Regulation 174, it is considered that sufficient reassurance of safe use of the vaccine in pregnant women cannot be provided at the present time. Let me read that again, people. In the context of supply under Regulation 174, it is considered that sufficient reassurance of safe use of the vaccine in pregnant women cannot be provided at this time. However, use in women of childbearing potential could be supported provided healthcare professionals are advised to rule out known or suspected pregnancy prior to vaccination. Women who are breastfeeding should also not be vaccinated. I don't know why my accent just changed there. Women who are breastfeeding, let me just highlight this for you, should also not be vaccinated. This is from the Government of the United Kingdom's website on this. These judgments reflect the absence of data at the present time and do not reflect a specific finding of concern. Oh, thank you. Just so we're clear, when I read this, I understood this right. Women who are breastfeeding should also not be vaccinated, and sufficient reassurance of safe use in pregnant women cannot be provided at this time. So some people might have read this and said, oh, they just updated that now. It's the first time I've ever seen this. It says it's updated August 16. Why are they only updating this now? Well, some people are saying, oh, it doesn't say what you think it says. And I wanted to understand what they were saying. It doesn't say what we think it was. It doesn't say what some people think it was saying. What it actually says is much, 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 much worse. Much worse. Much worse. So where was the one argument of someone who said, and I had to respond here. So this person had a thread with herself, a long one. The data, this is the explanation that this individual provides. Well, hold on. Let's go back to the thread that this person had with themselves. She says, Vicky Mail, immunologist working on pregnancy at Imperial College. Okay. Imperial College sounds familiar. It sounds like, I think they might have been the ones who came up with the initial models, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong about that? Did Imperial College not come up with the initial models on the Rona projections of death and destruction that would have left all of us dead and destructed? I think so. Chat, let me know. So she's a doctor. She's an immunologist. I will defer. I will give the credit and the what's the word? Deference that goes with that. I am not an immunologist. I just have half a brain. If you are pregnant in the UK, the NHS UK strongly recommends that you get the vaccine if you are not already protected. The advice has not changed. We agree, Dr. Mail, Dr. Malay, Mail. We agree. They strongly recommend, if you're pregnant, that you get the vaccine. The advice has not changed. It might not be changed because it might have always been both A and not A at the same time. In December, Pfizer submitted data on its vaccine to MHRA for temporary approval, which was granted. Okay, fine. Periodically, Pfizer sends more data. Okay. On August 16, they sent additional data. Okay. The documents were updated accordingly. The data on pregnancy has not been updated since December 2020. How could they have had any data on pregnancy in December 2020 when the vaccine was in its infancy stages then, pun intended, and you could not have had 9 months, let alone 9 months plus a few years to get pregnancy data? COVID started allegedly in March 2020. Of course you had no pregnancy data. Ugh. By the way, I'm not an immunologist. I just have half a brain and can put 2 and 2 together to realize stupid argument. The data on pregnancy has not been updated since December 2020, meaning they have no data on pregnancy at best. At worst, if you ask Brooke Jackson, they have some data on pregnancy. And the reason why they haven't sent it over yet is not because they don't have it. It's because they haven't decided how they're going to process it. This is because Pfizer has not sent over additional data on the topic to MHRA. So appreciate what this doctor just said. The data on pregnancy has not been updated since December 2020. COVID had not March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh, look at that. It's the birth date of COVID. It's the birth date of the vaccine from COVID. They had no data they haven't, sorry, let me rephrase. They have not updated the pregnancy data since December 2020 when COVID had only been officially declared 9 months earlier. Not the vaccine, COVID. Oh yeah, it hasn't been updated because Pfizer hasn't sent over the additional data so we can look at it. The data on pregnancy. Okay, so then that was my point there. Care to explain? So this is the question. The data on pregnancy has not been updated since December 2020. This is because and I'm highlighting it. They haven't sent over. Care to explain then what data they had for pregnant women in December when it was declared safe and effective for everyone? But don't take my word for it. So I went back, by the way. I don't think we need to do the exercise. I went back in the Wayback Machine. The conclusion on toxicity doesn't seem to have been changed since January 2021. Why is that relevant? Why might that be relevant? Well, let's go to another website. And I went back, updated April 11th, 2022. COVID-19 vaccination is strongly recommended for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Oh, you don't see this. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Yeah, you're not seeing it. Let me just put this up here. I just clicked on the link. Clicked on that first link. Here you go. Gov.uk. 11 April 2022. Updated. COVID vaccination is strongly recommended in women, in breastfeeding women and hold on, let me see what I'm reading here. COVID-19 vaccination is strongly recommended for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Updated April 11, 2022. Go to the other website. Is it letting me? Summary of public health assessment. Updated August 2022. And let's, just in case anybody forgot the conclusion, just in case anybody forgot the bloody conclusion, we just said it's highly recommended for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Go to toxicity. Oh yeah, it's still there. Women who are breastfeeding should not be vaccinated. This is the same government simultaneously giving diametrically opposed and mutually incompatible medical advice. Anyone going to say, what the F? What the fudge? Shut the front door? Holy front door, what the front door is going on in this front door world? Let me just, okay, so I just ask, can anyone attempt to make sense of these two seemingly mutually exclusive conclusions issued at the same time? Now, let me just go to the chat. Chat, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Oh, and by the way, I didn't tweet it. I was just waiting for someone to make the mistake. I was anticipating that someone, let me bring this up, that someone would say, oh, Viva, you idiot. They're recommending the Moderna vaccine. They're not recommending, because that study over there about the toxicity related to the Pfizer vaccine, not to the Moderna vaccine. So when they said the toxicity of the Pfizer vaccine can't be verified, we don't have enough data right now, which is why they said the Pfizer vaccine is what they meant when they said women, pregnant women and breastfeeding women should not get the vaccine. Oh, okay. I was waiting for someone to make that statement. Nobody fell into the trap. Why? Well, I was waiting for that. Oh, looky. This is from the same. No, stop it. I need to move this over here. The one where they say vaccination is strongly recommended for pregnant and breastfeeding women, whereas in the very other article, publication from the government, they said not recommended for pregnant women and breastfeeding. Oh, but that was only the Pfizer vaccine? Oh, I'm sorry. Looky. They should not delay vaccination until they have given birth. This is to protect them and their babies. In the UK, over 100,000 pregnant women have been vaccinated, mainly with Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Oh, they've been vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine. And the government itself has said, is this the same article? They've been vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine. Right there, people. I mean, it's there. They said it. Over 100,000 pregnant women have been vaccinated mainly with Pfizer, the same government that told you in its conclusion on toxicity, and I will stop belaboring the point after this. Women who are breastfeeding should also not be vaccinated. It is sufficient reassurance of safe use in pregnant women cannot be provided at the present time. Have I missed something? It's a serious, sincere question. Am I misunderstanding something? Or are they just hoping? Yeah. People don't read the fine print. Who the hell makes it to the end of a boring scientific publication from the government? Front headline, first two lines, it's highly recommended pregnant women and breastfeeding women get the vaccine. Tiny little paragraph on toxicity in a little study over there. Not recommended. Can't. Okay. Some say the science has changed. No. The funny thing is, they've always said both at the same time. Anyhow, now you all know. That was the homework. So anybody raising that disingenuous argument, oh, they haven't changed the conclusion of the toxicity of, that's been the same conclusion since the beginning. They haven't updated their pregnancy data since December 2020. Oh, I'm sorry. That's an excuse for then telling pregnant women and breastfeeding women to do it, to get the jab? They haven't updated the data since they had none at all. They now say, they can't confirm anything. They don't recommend it while simultaneously strongly recommending it. And you got an immunologist in the UK, Imperial College. By the way, was I right about Imperial College? You got an immunologist at the Imperial College towing the line and seemingly, totally unaware of the problem here, reiterating the very same statement that is utterly contradicted by the government itself. Okay. Anyways, but at least now you'll know the argument and you can retort. And if anybody says, oh, but that's only for the Moderna, they're recommending the Moderna, not the Pfizer, which has a warning. No.